Hello, everybody. All right, I've got time, an indiscreet amount of time. Jump in right. Wait, hold on. Where we were? Yeah. Uh, okay. Same deal as last time. I'm not gonna be doing all of the voices. Um, I want to get back to where we were, but I also want to go a little bit further than that because I really want to see where the story goes from there. Um, I just don't know if I'm gonna be full energy enough to do that. So I'll probably definitely make it back to where we were. But past that, no guarantees. Alright. Got at least an hour, so let's just move through this. Kitty, have you got a sec? Yeah, Dad, what's up? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Two things. One, change out of that uniform. You're not a police officer. I'm on the payroll, Dad. I'm not changing out of my uniform. I worked hard to earn this badge. You bought that badge from a costume shop. I was there when you got it. Two, can I get you to monitor the dispatch for any incidents related to the Monster Girl cities? I take it you mean the two that came down with us to the bite? When Axon City stunk? What sort of things do you want me to listen out for? Hold on, which cities came down? Did I miss that? I remember this also from the last time. I don't remember which two cities would have come down. I mean, Orogeny, maybe? Hmm. I think it might have something to do with Thresher. I don't remember the name of his city. Oh, I gotta get back to Robotic Battle Maiden. Ugh. And I need an excuse to send our team to the bite. Doesn't need to be anything in particular, but I need to dispatch two patrol cars. Got it, boss. I'll let you know if anything gets called in. I'm not your boss. I'm your dad. Change out of that uniform. Yeah, nah. I think I'll keep wearing it, boss. Don't make me ground you. If I'm grounded, I can't monitor police dispatch, can I? I'll let you know if anything comes in, boss. I'm not your boss. Alright. Okay. um. Oh my god, oh my god. Here she is! Good evening, Danny. Holy crap, you're so friggin' cute. I love this. Just look at that hair. The pink is taking over. Will you get even sexier when it turns completely pink? I bet you do. We need to increase the level of pinkness immediately. Although we should take some control photos first. I've got some very revealing outfits you can try on. I'll just grab my camera and... Danny, what did I say? Hold on, I do want to do the voice for Tabitha purely because when I was doing the recording last time, I found out a voice that I wanted to do for her, but I kept slipping out of it, and I don't have a recording of it, so I don't know what voice I want. Oh my god, this is the worst. Ah! Forgive my excitement. I find it hard to control my emotions whenever this sort of thing happens. This was a very funny joke, Danny. I've been humiliated at work, everyone's had a bit of a laugh. Now it's time to turn me back to my old self. Your transformation wasn't my doing. I genuinely wish I could take credit for this. The gradual changing of hair color as your femininity takes over is a very clever visual motif. The boobs could use some work though. They're criminally small. No, they're not. I'm at least an E cup. You're a 36C. Ha! How would you even know that? You did have something to do with this, didn't you? No, I just have a knack for identifying chest sizes. And my transformation serums don't go any lower than a G cup. So you genuinely had nothing to do with this? Nope. I've been good for the past few weeks. Then why did I randomly transform into a woman overnight? It could be an allergic reaction. Have you eaten any peanuts lately? Is this an actual thing? Like, was this in Gender Bender DNA Twister? I never played that game, so I wouldn't know. But, like, can you just turn into a girl for an allergic reaction? Because that would suck. Because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I was eating some peanuts earlier. The marshmallow Reese's, they're really good, but I'm allergic to all of the nuts. So, um, yeah. Dot dot dot. Danny, I didn't turn into a woman because I ate some peanuts. That's not a thing that happens. It is, I see it all the time. Stay calm, Hunter. Remember the importance of de-escalating conflict. Would you like me to make your boobs bigger? Dot dot dot. I am this close to having an emotional breakdown. Ooh, let me give you bigger boobs. They'll take your mind off things. I can't deal with this anymore. Danny, Hunter hasn't even been here 3 days, and you've already broken him with your lunacy. No, that wasn't it. She had a fucking posh British British? You already know I got a list. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't know y'all. Danny, Hunter hasn't even been here 3 days, and you've already broken him with your lunacy. This has gone on far enough. Stop tormenting the poor boy and give him his old body back already. You are not the only person who knows transformation magic, darling. I happen to know a few hexes, including a very powerful one that siphons away your magical powers. And as we all know, bust size are directly linked to magical affinity. You wouldn't dare. Stop mucking about and turn on your transformation chamber. This ends now. Alright. No need to get your knickers in a twist. 1 second. The transformation chamber is primed. Please enter the machine, Hunter. Are you about to make this worse? You know what? I didn't say it last time, but I'm going to say it this time. Hunter is, in my opinion, the smartest of all the protagonists. Maybe even the smartest person in every big bust game. Because he hasn't gotten into one of Danny's fucked up machines without asking questions, you know? Ember did it. Aluna and Bree did it. I don't remember if Max did it. I don't think Max did it. But even still, I think Max would have done it. Show me the transformation code. I'm not doing anything dodgy. It's just a standard reversal protocol. Oh, you're using a magical index override. That's clever. I never thought of that. She's not reversing your transformation. She's turning you into a male version of your current form. So the same thing as reversing my transformation? This should get around that problem we encountered with your magic reset kicking in every few minutes. I wonder if this would work on Max. I doubt it, but I wonder if it would. Hold on. Hear me out, y'all. Theoretically, if she could create some sort of beam to fire this could become one of the greatest weapons in the series. Because most of our threats are like huge tittied magical girls, right? So if she can just shoot Queen Priscilla and just make her a regular sized magical girl, that would probably actually it'd be just a dude with octopus legs. We would be able to solve like 30% of the problems that we deal with in the Max's Big Bus universe. Ooh, that sounds good, I think. I told you I was brilliant. Initiating transformation sequence. Ugh, this chamber is supposed to fill up with gas, right? Oh god, now it's filling with slime? Help, I can't. Ugh. Oh, stop being dramatic. It's not that bad. Still hate that sound. What the was that? Ta-da! Are you happy now? Yes. Wrong. Being a man is the most boring thing in the world. Let me know when you come to your senses and want to change back. I'm back to being my old self now. Do you feel like your body is about to shift again? I don't think so. Then I'd say we're done here, darling. Sorry you had to go through all that. It's okay. In hindsight, I guess being a girl wasn't that bad. But I'm glad I can get back to work now. Thanks for all the help, Tabs. Anytime, darling. Hunter, what's your excuse for being this late to work on your third day? Danny broke into my house and transformed me into a woman while I was sleeping, and the two of us had a big argument down in the lab. Damn it, I owed Kitty 40 bucks. Why was everyone making bets on how long it would take until I was turned into a woman? Pretty much an inevitability at this place. But I take it you found a way to turn back into a man? I think so. Then we're still good. I don't owe Kitty any money. This is only funny because I know what's about to happen next. Just try to hold on to your manliness for another 3 weeks, alright, partner? I'll do my best. Oh, did you take any pictures of your female form? I bet it looked super cute. I didn't take any pictures. Why'd you change back? You didn't want to spend a bit of time experiencing your female side? Not this week. There's kind of a lot going on at the moment. Any word of that war fleet trying to kill us? I think they bogged off after the city sunk beneath the waves. Did you see that big leak over Summer Park? Okay, I've got one small question that I hope someone in the comments can clarify without spoiling the game. We are in the frack, right? Because they said the bite, but it says after the city sunk beneath the waves. Right? But, like, there aren't any waves in the bite, technically. I mean, I guess there's waves above it, which would make sense in the way that they're saying it. But when they say it like this, it makes me think, oh, they just kind of, I don't know, went underneath, like, a pond or some shit. They're just right beneath the war fleet, actually. Also, hard to notice, but, not hard to notice, but, like, you wouldn't notice it, like, out of immediately. They still have this and this up for some reason. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why. It's because they don't want to have to change the background. But, like, in lore, why would they need this specific picture, right? This is either clouds or the Max's universe looks real fucked up continent-wise. So I'm just gonna assume it's clouds, and every day is the same day. It's all the same clouds. Did you see that big leak over Summer Park? A leak? The park is trying to pass it off as the new water feature. I saw a two-headed fish swimming around in the pond, though. There's a hole in that barrier. That is worrying. It's a small hole, but octopuses can squeeze into really tight spaces. A tentacle monster is gonna make it way through the barrier before the week is out. I'll drink to that. I really regret moving here. You're not alone on that one, mate. But I was just making a joke. Tentacle monsters don't attack the city that often. I'm not gonna put you guys through the usual mandated disco time because I already had disco time in the initial episode, so everyone gets the pass. But this is the only pass you get. Even if I mess up again, you're gonna have to sit through the disco time. Alright, everyone, it's go time. A bunch of octopus girls in a rotini have started a drunken brawl, and we're sending every officer we've got to the scene. Okay, I'm gonna just skip this ahead, because I I don't want to have to read this all again. General gist of the story is Ember and Danny are going to be on the front lines, actually taking care of stuff, while me and Tabitha are on the back lines, making sure nothing bad happens afterwards. But in reality, we're going to go sneak around. Ooh, I wonder what will happen. Also, Hunter is not capable of fighting the monster girls. Um, and you guys can fight me on this. Actually, tell me your opinion in the comments. Do you think Hunter could actually be useful in this case if he was on the front lines? Because I genuinely think he would have literally nothing of value to contribute. Due to two big things. First and foremost, it is unbelievably hard to argue with or even get reason into a drunk person's mind. And I don't know a whole ton about conflict de-escalation skills as like a profession, but my conflict de-escalation skills are mostly about getting somebody to see my point of view and logically talking them down from whatever it is they're about to do. I don't see any of that happening with a drunk girl capable of punching you 10 times in a second with a fucking trident. All right, I don't see it happening. So tell me if y'all think he could actually do some shit here, but I just don't think it could. Also, this was all just a ploy to get you to have to listen to the disco theme for a while. A little intentful activities, sure there will. Embers with Danny, Hunters with Tabitha. Big fight, can't send a non-violent officer, you'll only wind up getting yourself and others hurt. Leave this one to the professionals. Okay, I will let you guys read this one. Actually, I'm gonna read it. Because this is definitely a reference to the first game. Ooh, let me just grab my Brawl Blaster. I've been dying to test it out. You can't take part in a street brawl when you've been transformed into sentient lingerie. I can't tell if that was a joke or not. Okay. Okay. How are you feeling, Hunter? You haven't had any morphic shifts. You haven't felt any morphic shifts starting to develop, have you? I think I feel okay. I don't think I'm about to transform. Danny hasn't backed down yet. She's still claiming innocence about your transformation. I'm beginning to think she might not have had anything to do with it. Then why did I transform? I'm not so sure. Honestly, it's rather curious. We take the Schwan? I still don't know what the fuck that word is supposed to be. The fucking Joe Schwanson Highway. Joe Schwanson Highway. To get to Orogeny, don't we? No, the highway doesn't lead anywhere now that we're all down. The highway doesn't lead anywhere now that we're down out. Why can I not say this sentence? The highway doesn't lead anywhere now that we're in the bite. We need to use a marmalator to... The closest one to Orogeny is in Axon City Heights. Got it. Heading toward the heights. That's this way, isn't it? Hang left here, darling. Less traffic. Thanks, I'm still learning my way around the city. So we're gonna have to go outside in a minute, right? Into the bite? We need to perform some reconnaissance. Sisters and Reed sunk the city for a reason. I suspect they're trying to use Axon City as a base of operations for exploring the bite. A base of operations? I'm sorry, y'all. It's so hard. Usually I can kind of control the list a little bit, but there's so many S's in these sentences. And also, I just ate a burrito that was really fucking hot, and I burnt my tongue. The bite is the most dangerous region of the frack. Unstable magic forces the seabed, and colossal creatures lurk in the dark depths. But where there is danger, there's opportunity. enormous scorelite deposits are scattered all throughout the bite, and the witches go through a lot of it, performing their rituals. That's one thing they could be after. And there is a much more worrying possibility, however. Did you read about the Darkheit staff? It was the magic artifact that Raja used to turn everyone into a monster girl, right? Indeed it was. It was a weapon from the time of dragons many centuries ago. Most weapons from that time were lost. The bite is an ancient battlefield. Potentially, the Sisterhood is looking for artifacts from the time of dragons. They saw how much chaos the Dakai staff brought, and decided they should find a weapon of their own. I lost the Tabitha voice. I don't know what happened. Guys, I don't know what's going on. Although I doubt there's much left down there that the Scarians haven't already discovered. Scarians? They're what we really need to look out for down here. Have you noticed that I'm a cat? It's it's kind of hard to miss Tabitha. Some people call us furry, but we're really not that different to humans. My morphic field is 40% feline and 60% Homo sapien. The fine balance there. Generations ago, monster girls were originally humans. Repeated exposure to magical energy over the century gave them animalistic traits. I don't. Guys, I swear I'm trying so hard. It was literally 5 minutes ago that I was doing the voice. Maybe I'm doing the exact same voice and I just can't hear it, but it doesn't feel the same, you know? But Scarians, on the other hand, they were animals that gradually transformed into humanoids. Okay, now that I'm hearing this a second time, that doesn't quite make sense. Unless, hold, theory time. What if the Scarians and the Galts are from like the same region, right? What if the magical energy or like type of magical energy was different, right? So in Obsidian Peak, it's just a bunch of furries. Whereas in Orogeny, I think it is. I want to say it's Orogeny. Uh, Queen Priscilla's land. They had the octopus like energy, right? The mana there, it's not called mana, but the magical energy there was like that of octopi and whatnot. And then the fairies were the fairy magical energy, right? So all these different magical energies. But then humans are also like a creature, so there's like a human magical energy somewhere. And the Scarians were around where the human magical energy was, which started to turn them into monster girls. But because there were already Galtesians there who were just fully human, their magical energy being infused with more human magical energy just kept them as humans, but possibly stronger. I don't know. Theory. Theory. Scarians are more beast than man. They run on raw impulse first and calculated reasoning second. They are extremely dangerous and some of the strongest combatants in the fract. And they live in the bite. That they do. We're going to need to keep our wits about us, darling. If a Scarian finds us out there, we're in real trouble. Great! Now I need to worry about ultraviolet monster men. The bite just gets more and more fun. Trust me, as someone who has viewed them only briefly, you're wrong. Alright, I'm still gonna be skipping some of this, because some of it's, like, extremely not important. At least for where we're going. Um, I'm afraid it doesn't work that way. I'm not gonna skip everything, like, immediately. If you want, you can read this, but I'm mostly just skipping through it. All right. Ugh. That first lungful of seawater is always the worst. All right, I did it last time. I'm gonna do it again this time. Goodbye, Hunter. I don't know why, but he disappears. I don't remember if my mouse shows up, but Tabitha has an eel tail. She's got a little ribbon on the side. Nice frilly ribbon. Got her bracelets here. Classic scratch mark fur. Tabitha, but she's got like eel tail. Um, Hunter, still a mermaid. Okay, y'all gotta tell me. Am I wrong? Does this look weird? This looks wrong, right? I know that like I can be nitpicky with certain things, right? Because I do a little bit of art, but I'm not that good. The main thing, this doesn't look right. Why the fuck does his shoulder bend? This is wrong, okay? You can see it. It's wrong. I know it's wrong. Whoa, cat mermaid. That is so cool. Oh, right. Also, I want to talk about this while I have the chance. Um, she's got little like rounded scales. But the thing is, I think her scales should be sharp, and I think everyone else should have rounded scales. Maybe not everyone else having rounded scales, but I think it is like a. She has rounded scales. I think that people with fish like tails should also have rounded scales because that's kind of how fish look. I don't know. I just would have preferred a diamond design for her scales, kind of. Mm, I much prefer the scales, but you work with what you got down here. Also, Jock's fucking tail, fucking hilarious. I kind of spoiled that Jock is down here, but like, it comes up real soon. You some sort of sea serpent? Close. I'm actually part sea dragon. I obtained this form in the Dragon Wars. These ferocious creatures decimated half the Queen's Guard until I stole their power and quite literally turned the tides against them. At some point, you're gonna need to fill me in on the Dragon Wars. I feel like I'm missing some critical backstory. Hold on. I'm not here to bore you with ancient history, Hunter. I'll save the tales for another day. We've got a job to do. Which way is originally from here? Here we go. Here we fucking go. Papyrus laughing motherfucker. Mermaid City Police Department to the rescue! Danny, wait up. That girl is gonna get herself killed. You chase after her. Tabitha and I will take the rear and provide backup if things get ugly. Provide backup how exactly? You're unarmed and you're unarmed. Are you gonna scare them off? One moment. Provide backup how exactly? You're unarmed. Are you gonna scare off the octopus girls by squishing your bright pink tail at them? Actually, you could work quite well as bait. I'll put Hunter to good use, Ember. Go secure the front line. We'll be right behind you. Thanks, Tabs. I'll see you out there. Okay. Second point of topic for the video, like real hard focus on Hunter. This man is lying straight through his non-existent teeth. All right, he don't got him, but he's lying through him somehow. I'm not completely useless in a fight. I did basic defense training. I can hold my own. The only use you would be is a meat shield. And a subpar one at best, because most magic spells would probably, like, go straight through you, dog. First of all, you got no experience fighting underwater. There is no way you're gonna have any type of real combat efficiency underwater. Ember seems like she probably has some amount of combat experience in a situation similar to this, i.e., being transformed into something that she isn't, right? So adapting. But you have not had any combat experience with monster girls. You don't know how to fight. And these are some drunk monster girls. They're not gonna listen to your reasoning, dog. Like, maybe if you had a shotgun, I would feel better backing you up. Plus, you say you have basic defense training. Literally everyone has basic defense training, right? Like, you aren't actually stronger than most people that you would find on the street. I'm pretty sure the Fruit Fair girl could actually fucking whoop you in a fight, dog. I'm not even pretty sure. I'm 100% confident that if the Fruit Fair girl was told, hey, you gotta fight some guy from the ACPD, and he isn't gonna use a stun gun or magic, she'd be like, light work, no reaction. I could put money on it. I'm not going to, but I could. I could, y'all. You know what? I hate to say it, because I hate giving him any amount of any type of prop. Pandarai would box you up, dog. Bro doesn't have powers. He barely has survival instincts. You would get packed up. There is no one that you are talking down. You know what? I'm gonna go over all of our villains, like from the series, as far as I remember them. The wild monster that was the tentacle in the first game. Not talking that down. Ellie, who was behind it. You're not talking her down. She's just crazy. Alright? There is no talking to her. She don't see reasons. She don't understand logic. You tell her to fight back against the system. She decides to throw an entire rebellion and burn the city to the ground. So no, that's not happening. You're not beating Martin now. You might have beat him before. I might give you Martin beforehand. Martin now would piece you up, dog. But not with his own hands. He would hire somebody to do it. You might beat some of the, like, low-ranked drug guys. But honestly, I don't even think you would, is the whole thing about it. Because, like, at the time, they were more than willing to catch a body. They were big body shooting actual guns at Max and Brad. And now you might be able to get away with it, but that's just because they don't get any trouble for doing this stuff. Okay. Then there was the second game, Aluna and Bree. You could beat some of the Takokani, but I don't think that you're beating anything other than the Takokani. You're definitely not beating any of the monster girls. They would absolutely pummel you. The octopus girls, rather. You might could catch a fairy. You might be able to get a fairy. But only if you sneak up on it, like, from behind and, like, clap that shit like a fly. But even then, they might be able to catch you. So it's like a 50-50. This is a complete... You know what? This is a stupid rant. And I'm not gonna blame y'all for skipping ahead of this part. Honestly, please do. Because I'm not gonna stop. But y'all should skip ahead, alright? I'll try to put a link in the comment section of where I stopped fucking yapping. So yeah, you're not beating most of the enemies in that game. Aldoris packs you up with ease, and she knows it. Let's see. Queen Priscilla, you're not getting past her. You can't take Tabitha. I know you can't. We already discussed how you couldn't take Ellie. I don't think you could take Natara. Evelyn in the first game, you might be able to piece her. But in Aluna and Bree, she's taking you down. You're going down. Dude, I don't even think you can beat your own brother, sister, or whatever the fuck. Alfie? Not now. Probably not before, neither. Alfie's slick as fuck. Like, if we talking real type shit, you would try to sneak Alfie, but Alfie would be sneaking you, sneaking him. That's how sneaky Alfie is. but he would get caught doing it, and he'd probably die too. You would probably catch it, but just because Alfie would fuck it up somehow. I'm talking about Alfred for y'all that uh don't remember the last video. Check it out. Check it out. Um, that's mostly everything in Luna and Bree. I could talk about Priscilla, or not Priscilla, Ileana, but there's no need to. Ileana absolutely pieces you. Thrasher absolutely pieces you. J-Bubs pieces you. Harold the Duck pieces the shit out of you, which is crazy. I think his name is Harold. I don't remember off the top of my head, but our boy Harold the Duck pieces you, and it's not even close. You don't even get a hit in. Okay. Um. Then in Big Bus 2, you don't know. I'm gonna go back to Big Bus 1 because I forgot about somebody. Victoria. She pieces you. She pieces you in Big Bus 1 and every other Big Bus after that because she just keeps getting stronger. She's got fucking robot arms, dude. Mm. You obviously lose to Sarah, because Sarah was literally built for battle. It's in the name. Um, let's see. Who else? Who else is piecing you up? Or rather, who else are you piecing up? Because I'm trying to think about it. In Big Bus 2, there ain't nobody that is an antagonist in Big Bus 2 that you can put hands on. The Sisterhood, everyone in there pieces you up. Fuck. Everybody at Coffee Shrine pieces you up too. Obviously, the police force pieces you up. Jock would bully you. Hmm. Yeah, you don't got a win condition there, buddy. Um, Mad Scientist roommate. I think I already said it. You only beat Takokani, and you know what? It's not even all the Takokani. It's only some of them. Cause Timothy pieces you up too. Don't forget about Timothy, y'all. Timothy would piece the shit out of Hunter. Trust, believe me, dude. He pushed them boulders down. You remember? He not no normal Takokani. He gotta have some kind of stuff, right? Cause he's the only one with the name. He's Timothy Tentacles. Also, hold up. Full stop. What about that one big ass Takokani? There was a big one, I think, in Robotic Battle Maiden, or maybe I haven't gotten that far yet. Um, but there was a big one. He definitely not beating that one. Hunter, power level wise, you ain't shit. You gotta stop thinking that. Honestly, I want him to go into a fight, try and talk somebody down, and get his fucking non-existent teeth punched in. Cause like, how else is he gonna learn that he can't just talk his way out of everything? You not Naruto. And even Naruto has hands. That's the crazy part. Another thing. Every character with Talk no Jutsu has more than just Talk no Jutsu. All you got is Talk no Jutsu. And that shit ain't even that good. You did a basic puzzle. You not smart, dog. Alright. I'm gonna end it there. Hopefully I remember to go in and put the timestamp of when I stopped being an idiot. I probably won't though. Alright. Ember Zabaga. Eh, she had fire elemental powers for only a few years, and now she thinks she's some sort of flame goddess. Tabs. She had them for like a week most, and she was already thinking that. Also, I lied. I'm not done. Original Mac could piece you up. Original Holly could piece you up. Original everybody could piece you up. Original Kitty would make you look like a joke. Right? You think you scared of Kitty now? You don't know nothing about the original Kitty. She was a scary monster. You might could be Necker right now though. I don't know. Neckari before, that man would have pieced you up with ease. Now, I don't know, man. He ain't been to the gym in a while. Don't let her get to you. You might be useless in a fight, but it takes more than soldiers to win a war. Those two have swum off. Should we ditch them and search for the witches now? Indeed, we should. You've been out here recently. Any thoughts on where we should start? Hmm. I'll let y'all read that yourself. We're going to the junction boxes, like I talked about in, I think, like the last episode. From a large circle. We're going to head around the other way. Hmm. Witches will have eyes on the city, but if we follow the line that loops back until it loops back, we'll be able to approach them without being spotted. Assuming they're actually down here, that is. See? You do have good ideas, darling. Don't let Ember dampen your self-esteem too much. Tabitha. Tabitha. I get it, you're nice. But too much niceness is poison. Bro had one mildly decent idea of let's circle around. A very basic combat tactic. And you're praising him like he, I don't know, fucking came up with the cure for cancer or some shit. You're not giving him that much praise. That was an exaggeration on my part. But you're giving him too much credit. This was a fairly basic assessment of the situation. He did something that everyone in this position should know how to do. And does, as far as I've seen. I'm not, listen, y'all. Maybe Hunter will grow on me. I highly doubt it. Because Hunter just don't got it, man. He ain't got the balls. He ain't got the cojones. Let's get moving. This is going to be a long swim. Okay. I actually have to read this because we're getting to important lore stuff. This train line goes on forever. We've been swimming for ages, and it's only just now starting to curve back. It's an old line. There used to be dozens of cities down here before the fall. So much misery. Hold on. Wouldn't the cities be here after the fall? Uh, uh, we'll get to that in a minute. The fall? What was that? Well, that. Tabitha? I can't even bring myself to talk about it, Hunter. Some wounds don't get better with time. You just have to learn to live with them. That's a tougher line than you would have expected to see in the Max's Big Bus. Hold the fuck up. Okay, y'all. I just remembered that I completely forgot to do a design analysis of the other two girls because I was too busy fucking roasting Hunter for being objectively weak. If we see them again, I'll rate them. But it's just because I've already rated them that I'm like going through it. By the way, rating 7 out of 10 for Tabitha, 4 out of 10 for Hunter in this form, but give it a second, he gets better. The main reason he has a 4 out of 10 is the shoulder. The shoulder looks like somebody broke his shoulder and is like forcing him into this position. But you'll see why it looks like this in a bit. What's done in the past is done. We need to look forward and focus on the future. Not dwell on past mistakes. Dot. Hunter. Dot. Dot. Hunter! Ah, why are you yelling at me? Are you feeling alright, darling? Me? I'm fine, why? Your mind appeared to drift off somewhere, and then your hair turned pink? Oh, what? No, it is pink! Does this mean I'm gonna turn into a girl again? I thought we were done with all that. I'm not doing that. Not again. Shh! Stop screaming. I like being a man. We're all alone in the middle of the bite. You're making a lot of noise. And the last thing we want is to draw any sort of attention to ourselves out here. That. That's better. Scarians have excellent hearing, so keep your volume levels to a minimum. We'll figure out your hair problem later. Dotty dot 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 dot. You can talk a little bit, darling. Just try not to make too much noise. Dot 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 dot. His eyes look kind of glazed over. I didn't actually register that before. Yeah, no. His eyes are totally fucking glossy. Hunter? Okay. I'd say let's rate this design, but as you can see here, Hunter's tail is not on the screen. So, hmm. All in all, I'd say this is a 6 out of 10. It fixes that fucked up shoulder issue that Hunter had in the first one. Um, but for me, there's not enough here to like give it a good anything really. I feel like the shell bikini should have strings coming off onto the top. That makes it look better in my opinion, but I don't know. Now it just looks like those are like suction cups on there, which always just like doesn't fit right with me. Um, this is pretty, uh, but even still, I wish there was more, and I wish there was so much less over here. This is so much. I can't. Um, I don't remember if I talked about it before, but god damn, how many pearls and little jewel doodads do you need? Um, and also why, right? And like I get it, magic, um, which is the answer for most things, but why? Why did magic decide? Yeah, you're gonna need about 20 million crystals, 1,000 pearls, and 1,000 count silk to go around your waist. To be clear, Hunter is probably gonna be rich in this, because if you remember from I think it was the first game where they confirmed it, but if you take off any part of your clothing and then detransform, your clothing stays. So he's got a bunch of little jewel doodads and like silk and shit. So he could probably sell this and make a fast buck. Oh dear. What the hell? Am I a girl again? Why am I wearing a shell bikini? Where the fuck did it come from? I knew something was clearly wrong with Danny's cure. This was all just a big fucking lie. I'm back to being a girl again. This is gonna get worse, isn't it? My hair isn't completely pink. It's only a matter of time until. Shh! I don't know how loud that was for y'all. I'm not gonna lie. There was a bit in the episode that didn't get recorded where I got really close to the mic and I said something. And I don't remember where that bit was. But I definitely plan on doing it again. If I get the chance, if I remember it, I'll do it. But I probably won't. I suspect I know what's going on here. You do. Just stay calm and stop flailing about for a minute. Have you ever been exposed to any form of transformation magic prior to moving to Axon City? Have you drunk a transformation serum or been cursed by a witch? I don't think so. You guys can read this. I don't want to read it. It was painful. Let's just assume your ex wasn't the witch. If you haven't been exposed to magic, then you wouldn't have an active morphic field. Your morphic field acts as your body's natural defense system towards magic, but it only gets activated after you're exposed to magical energy. Okay. By the way, I have seen this all before. I'm just taking extra care and letting it in because I like the theories that come from this game. The bite is close to the Earth's core. There's extremely high levels of magic radiation down here, and when you came out here the other day, your body had no natural protection in place. So what he's experiencing is essentially magical sunburn, except magical suntan. Maybe? Who knows? I don't know. Magic radiation. Does that mean I'm gonna get magic cancer? This is the most disappointing line in the entirety of the series. There's no such thing as magic cancer. I'm so sad about that. We could have had magic cancer. RIP Magic Cancer 2026. But the raw magical radiation down here is likely the cause of your uncontrollable gender transformations. So where did the bikini come from? It's magic, darling. I can purge your morphic field of radiation once we get back to the lab, but I can't do anything out here. Can you tolerate being a girl for another hour or two, or are you gonna puss out and abandon the mission? I'll manage. How much further you reckon we need to swim? Not far at all. Keep your voice down. Alright. She's like a fucking walrus or a feline. I can't quite tell. Also, this is a little bit off, I think. But I'm not 100% sure. I don't really draw animals that often. Okay. Let's talk about it. Hairstyle, still the same. Everything mostly still the same. But it works. It fits so well. She's got the overbra. And it's in a flannel color with her bra underneath, which is reminiscent of her actual outfit. So, this is like really nice. I like that a lot. Because it shows that Jock is as Jack does, right? Jock isn't hiding who they are with their normal everyday attire, and the magical system sees that and it's like, yeah, this is just Jock, bro. This is what do you want me to do, man? This is Jock. Um, then I'm gonna talk about this tail. This tail, so far, best tail. That's what I ranked it before. This is the best tail for one reason. All of the hairs are actually really nicely done. Plus, with the blending that they do from one color to another, it's really good. I like this tail. I have no notes, 9 out of 10, and the only reason why I call it a 9 out of 10 is because this tail exists. This tail is perhaps the shark. I believe a shark, like a megalodon of sorts, or a whale. And this is fuck. Hold on, what is her name? Galti. Um, Galti has, in my opinion, the best tail, the best mermaid fit, and the worst hair. Tell me if you guys see it too. Does this not look like somebody copied Max's face onto Yuri's hair from Doki Doki? Like, below the neck, it looks a bit different. But here and up, this looks like Yuri from Doki Doki with Max's hair pasted on top. That being said, the hair isn't actually that bad on a second glance. I'm really liking this part specifically, and also this here, with how they kind of blend it together, and it kind of shows down here too. I wish there was a bit more of that, right? As if the blonde was really just kind of integrated in there. We've got the classic ahoge. I definitely said it right the first time that I made this video, and didn't have to stop. Eyes looking great. You can kind of see how it looks. Um, there's just one critical flaw with the sword design. I'll give you a second to spot what it is. And it's literally fatal. Have you spotted it? It's the fact that if she drops her arm, she'll strangle herself. Um, to be clear, I'm like 90% sure that all of this is supported by this. This does come down, but even still, this is supported by the neck. So if she were to just drop her arm, she would start dying. That being said, because she's a mermaid, I assume she has gills somewhere that are letting her breathe. But then again, it could just be that in this world, mermaids breathe in normally and they can just do it naturally. Also, holy melons. This shit is so fucking big. You could fit 2 of Jock's heads inside of 1 of her. But yeah, I think that at least this far in this series, these 2 are my favorite designs. Purely because this one looks amazing. And I really wanted to see Max again. Seeing Max again was great, and then also the whale shark tail thing, really nice. Plus, I am a sucker for, like, stripes on a tail. Like, belts on a tail. Because these serve no purpose at all. But they are so cool. And then also the spikes. The little bitty spikes. I like those. Also, I don't see anything too... I don't see anything egregious with this, is my other thing, right? Like, some of the other ones have had, like, things that I've been like, okay, I would fix this. The only thing I can say is that I don't like how the hair blends. But ultimately, that's just a preference of mine. I wouldn't even call that necessarily a mistake in lore or out of lore. Whereas with Tabitha having the scales, yet the other mermaids not having scales despite being mermaid, which in this world we know that mer is like the pre and suffix for fish because of murmurs being a fish. But yeah, fish have scales, but their tails don't have scales, so you know, bit of a thing that kind of ticks me off with mermaids when the scales aren't on the tails. But that's just how I feel about it. Same here. Fire up again. It's looking promising. We've got scorelight charts in the topsoil. What's the reading on this one? 62 grams a ton. This is our highest levels yet. We need readings at least 5 times higher than this. But we're not very deep yet. This could be a good starting point. The contract says we only need 40. This is well and truly north of that. Notify the compound. Let's bring some heavier equipment in. I still think we can do better than this. What's that? 2 magical signatures detected 300 meters from our current location. Shields up, everyone. We've got Scarians inbound. I don't know if that was Max or not. I don't really remember. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is just a fucking shimmering mess. Which could be explained by Hunter. There's barely any scales. I see a couple. But, like, look at how scaly Tabitha is. And look at Hunter, the main character, having, like, 30 scales, maybe. That's not enough. There's not enough scalage. Also, I would have loved it if they had scales leading up to their actual bodies. I've talked enough about my faux pas with scales and shit. Let's move on. I don't care that much. I just did art for like a while, and I've had to draw furry designs and shit, right? I used to do art commissions like on Twitter. This is the type of stuff that like I would get grilled for and shit, and I'd be like, what the fuck do you mean I need to make this? You know what, I'm not even going there. Certain parts of your body that you wouldn't expect someone to want scaly were scaly, and I had to draw it, alright? It was not fun. That's our cue. Leaving, darling. That's our cue to leave, though. Ah, they're shooting magic at us. Did they see us? I don't think so. It looks like we're in the clear now, darling. The Sisterhood was drilling for drilling for core samples. I don't know what that means. Uh, ore samples? I don't know. That was mining equipment they had with them. They mentioned a contract too. Did they sink the city so they could set up a scorelight mining operation? There's certainly a lot of money to be made. But how did the Galtisians attack? How did they get the Galtisians to attack the city? Was it just a coincidence? I'll tell you one thing. They're looking for scorelight in the wrong place. There's way more crystals inside that ruined city. That's where they should be mining. Fuck you, Hunter. You'll see why. Fuck you. What ruined city? The one near Central Distribution. you, hold on, guys. I, I shit you not. You know why I don't like him? He reminds me of my least favorite character in maybe any game ever. Ben from The Walking Dead. This scene gives. I found this axe. It was just sitting there in the door. Like, tell me I'm wrong. He's Ben coded. He's Ben from The Walking Dead. That's why I don't like him. It took me this long to realize he gives me Ben vibes. That's what it is. I'll shut up. I'll get back to the story. I don't want to hear this. The one near Central Distribution, had to find some score lights to jumpstart the electrical grid. It was honestly really cool. I solved this elaborate puzzle that was locking the door with a magic mechanism. It's Ben! Guys, okay, no, I said I would stop. It's Ben! Oh, there was a hatchet in the door. I took it. Oh, there was a magic seal stopping me from getting into the room. I unlocked it and then did nothing about it. The worst part is, he didn't even mention it. He never brought it up to anyone at all. Didn't bring it up to Matt. He didn't bring it up to Ember, I don't think. I'll check back. No, I won't. I'm lying to y'all. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if he did say anything about that. But I don't remember him saying anything about it. It actually wasn't that hard once you get your head around it. You just have to count the number of lines in each tile, and I need you to take me to the city right now. Shouldn't we report back to the station? We found some pretty big information about the witches. That can wait. If you've done what I think you've done... Uh-oh, I'm getting a sinking feeling about this. So, this was the ruined city I was talking about. Fuck. Did I do something wrong? Did you unseal the gate to Atlantis? Wait, is this Atlantis? Like the Atlantis, the sinking island? Tell me what you did. I don't know anything about unsealing anything, but it itself a puzzle that, opened up the gate. So you've been inside Atlantis? Is that a bad thing? How many gates did you unseal? Was it just the one? Please tell me it was just this one. It was just this one. I solved the puzzle, went inside, grabbed some scorelight, and then I bounced. I didn't do anything else. Have I done something wrong? You have, but I don't hold it against you. You clearly had no idea how catastrophic it would be if the Atlantean ruins were unsealed. What have I done exactly? This is Atlantis. 1,000 years ago, the darkest chapter of the world's history took place here. Was that the fall you mentioned earlier? The fall of Atlantis into the sea. It was. So Atlantis was real. The ancient Greek city that was sunk by the gods? Gods didn't sink this city, Hunter. We need to reseal the ruins. Seal has kept the Sicarians out of Atlantis for centuries. But now that you've gone and opened it, anyone can just waltz right on in. If the Sicarian got their hands on an Atlantean weapon, the consequences would be catastrophic, Hunter. Their power would be unparalleled. Surely the Sicarians would have figured that puzzle out through trial and error eventually. Weren't that many combinations? To open up the inner city, the vaults themselves have an even stronger sealing blade. It should hold, but we need to get the exterior cell back up and running as soon as possible. Okay, I want to talk about this just because I have a theory. I think you have to intend to solve the puzzle in order to actually open the door, which is why the Sicarians can't get in, right? If you just try to open the door through brute force methods, it won't work because you need to know the actual answer before you're allowed to put in the puzzle, right? Or at least like have a guess at the answer. You have to be doing it with intention, and since the Scarians are like battle hybrid monster humans, they aren't actually thinking, they're just acting on instinct most of the time. So they can't ever get in. That's my headcanon until proven otherwise. Do we just need to close the gate again? Will that work? I can reset the puzzle, but first we need to examine the interior field. The inner vaults have been unplundered. Have I accidentally doomed the world by solving the puzzle that I feel was a relatively basic logic puzzle? Not yet, you haven't. Let's move, darling. That vault better be sealed. I didn't come in this far before. It's pretty spooky in here. This kind of gives me Core Keeper vibes. The art style kind of looks like Core Keeper. I like it. Did you see any warning signs on the way in, though? Because I certainly didn't. There was a mural with hints on how to solve the gate puzzle. I feel that was deliberately misleading. Shh! I do like the way that they put the crab chunks in. I think it would have been better if it was a bit heavier. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. What is that? We're not alone here. Okay. A couple of things. First and foremost, this is epic. This is like maybe my favorite design in this chapter. This is, you know what? The two that I said from earlier, and then this one. Max's, or fucking Galti, Jock, and Crab Rangoon over here. They are really fucking cool. Because she looks like a crab that just sprouted a human on top of it. It kind of reminds me of, So I'm a Spider, So What? When, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but the main character becomes a... Fuck, I don't remember what it's called, but when she sprouts a human half out of her spider half, it's just a human stitched together with a spider. It's a fucking spider though. But yeah, this is like a crab jockey. But yeah, earlier they were like very crab sounding. Kind of sounded like a rain machine. The problem I have with that is that these are all like thick ass crab legs. Like you would eat good with these crab legs. If you could get them open. Also, I like how it forms this weird armor, as if she was made for battle. Adapting and living in the bite made her have to be more geared towards battle. Also, she's got a little hair thingy. I didn't notice this the first time around. Hold on. Now I have to ask. Is it on both sides? Because she's got the same little hair tufts on both. Y'all, I'm so fucking stupid. Her hair tufts are crab pincers. Okay. Yeah, Crab Lady is cool. Question mark? Exclamation point. What in the hell is that? Sorry, and it's writing an attack spell. Take cover. Ah! Scuttle, scuttle. That was a noise. I like these. That was a good impact sound. The sound design in this, top notch. And I like the music too. I had a bit that I did at this point. I'm not gonna do it again. Is it gone? It's scuttling away right now. It's on the hunt for us. We're in deep trouble, darling. It caused a cave and we're stuck in these tunnels now. The outer western gate has been completely destroyed. We can't go back the way we came in. Western gate? Does that mean there's more than one way out of here? There is the outer city prop. We're in the outer city proper now. This area links up with other locations. Escaping Atlantis isn't our primary concern. Dealing with the Starian is. I take it we need to get her out of the city before we refill the room. Any thoughts on how we do that? Starians are extremely dangerous. We won't be able to use brute force to subdue them. And if they catch us, we're dead. They just shot a laser at us, though. I don't think they're here to make small talk. Man, if only you had some kind of, I don't know, shotgun that shot, I don't know, some kind of lightning? I don't know. Like a stun gun of sorts. Or some method of attack. Maybe if you had magic, you would have more options. And to make it very clear, I understand that they would not be able to beat this even if they had magic. But I am saying that if Hunter knew any type of non-offensive magic, I wouldn't be giving him so much flack. If he learned illusion magic, or learned about magic and was like, yeah, I should learn some of this to be able to help, right? Learn illusion magic, learn barrier magic, learn healing magic, learn something, alright? Because the problem is, now you're Brad, but without a gun. That's the thing. You're Brad without a gun. And Brad's already pretty useless, guys. Like, genuinely think about it. Brad was super useless in the other game. And I don't want to be like that guy. But if you learned a decent magic spell or two, you would be so much better off. Learn a basic barrier spell from Riley. You would be way better off. Gotta be a way to do this. Is anyone here? No? Oh, it keeps going, but there's a room outside I might want to check out. Doesn't look like it's recent damage. Alright. We search. Huh? Atlantis must have been damaged when it sank to the bottom of the ocean, but the walls here don't look like they've collapsed. Are these scratch marks? The section here looks like someone tried to hack away at it with a hammer. What happened here? Tabitha, were people still alive, still inside Atlantis when it sunk? Tabitha? Look over there, darling. Do you see that powerful fog buried on the rubble back there? Oh, what is that? That's some old steampunk scrap. I can make all sorts of things with that. Oh, can you now? Interesting. Let's just take this with us for now. We'll figure out what's to do with it later. Oh my god. Okay, so the crab girl's about to come. This is... possibly wrong, but maybe the Scarians aren't actually animals turned human. Oh my god. Wait a second. Oh no. Okay, I've got two theories. One, I don't think that this one is true because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense now that I'm thinking about it again. But it is possible for the Scarians to just be Atlanteans who adapted in a monstrous way in order to survive this terrible place. Right? Um the Scarians might be Atlanteans. But the second one is that the Sisters of Nereid, the Sisterhood, has something to do with Atlantis itself. That is what I really think it is. I think they're planning to take over Atlantis. I think they want to rule Atlantis, the lost city. And then the reason that they're mining scorelite is because the power system for Atlantis was scorelite. So they're planning to use that to repower Atlantis and take full control of Atlantis. I might be wrong on this, though. Good call. The crab girl will arrive any second. Okay. So we're here. That gate is massive. This is the northern exterior seal. If we open this gate, it leads into the fight. But we don't want to open it, do we? Our current priority is getting the Sicarian out of the city. If the western gate collapsed, this might be our only way to get her out of here. So how do we open it? There's a panel here that looks like it once held a puzzle, but someone smashed it to pieces. That's a magic ward. It keeps the seal in place. Huh. The ward seems solid, but the panel it's attached to is barely hanging onto the wall. Interesting. If we can find a way to detach that panel, then the ward won't be able to form a complete circuit. And that will open the gate? It will, but destroying that panel might be harder than you think. Seems pretty stuck on there. We'll see about that. Okay. What is this? Okay. That's the combination. Delta pipe. Oh, fun. And this place just keeps going and going. This always doesn't seem to run down as the others. Seem as run down as the others, though. There's a couple of rooms I can access from here. Should probably have a good look around, too. I should have a minute or two before that crab girl shows up. Alright, search, have a look. Oh, are these someone's notes? Someone carved something into this piece of stone. It looks like they were trying to work out something. Kinda looks like my notepad when I'm trying to work out the tough puzzle. Do a lot of little swirls like this. Although my handwriting is usually neater, whoever wrote this must have been in a real rush. I'll hang on to this, might come in handy. I wanna see it. Shape? No. Color? No. Size? No. Position and direction. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be a hard puzzle. Okay. So many places. Oh wow, there is a lot of old stuff in here. Looks like the armory to me. Thankfully the seawater has damaged most of the weaponry beyond repair. It's the same shame some of these tridents and things look pretty cool. Does that mean there isn't any reason to seal off Atlantis? All the old weapons are trashed, and the Scarians can't take over the world with any of this stuff. The more powerful relics were kept deeper in the inner city. I doubt they've been exposed to the elements like this. We still need to seal off the city. I wonder if there's anything worth salvaging in here. Having a souvenir from Atlantis would be pretty cool. Alright, let's see. Most of the equipment here is in very poor condition. The tridents are caked in rust. I'm worried I'll get tetanus just by looking at them. Some armor, but it's not much better. Thought I might be able to gear up in some overpowered Atlantean battle armor so I can take on that crab girl, but that's not happening. And the shield looks, although the shield looks kind of okay. The handle on the back is still intact. It's not the best neck, but I might be able to use this for something. I'll take the shield with me for now. Okay. Bloody hell, it's warm in here. Huh. Dragon scales really do keep their energy forever. I can't believe this place is still running. Is this some sort of Atlantean heating system? Indeed it is. This control room manages all sorts of systems in Atlantis, like heat distribution, electric distribution, and the thrusters that used to keep the island afloat. They're definitely bringing this place back up. Oh my god. The elves use dragon scales to power their generators. Under normal circumstances, the reservoirs would have run out of water in a few hours, but now the city is underwater. That isn't a problem. So this room is it's like one big thermostat. Crustaceans hate warm water. This room might be a key to booting her out of the city. Okay, let's look around here. So how does this room work? You said you wanted to use the heating system, didn't you, darling? Can we make this Can we make the rooms in the city really hot? Like so hot the crab girl freaks out and leaves the room. I need to override the safety controls to do that. But you can do it. I need a repair kit to make the modifications. If you find any scrap components, let me know. I can make a repair kit out of pretty much anything. Got it, I'll keep an eye out. Will this do? Can we use the scrap metal? Mm. Oh, yeah. Is this another gate out of the city? It is, and the ward is still operational. It's locked with another puzzle. We shouldn't be unsealing the silly willy-nilly, but opening this gate might be the only way to get that Scarian out of Atlantis. She's already made her way in here. Opening another gate isn't going to make the situation any worse. Alright, so what kind of puzzle are we dealing with? Ooh, it's another abstract reasoning puzzle. Those could be fun. This one seems tougher. The one I solved the other day might not get than the other one I solved the other day. I may not get this on the first go. Puzzles outside has a hint nearby. Do you think there will be one here too? Not on the inside of Atlantis, it won't. The point of these wards is to seal the city, but the elves would have tried to get this open. Perhaps they left some clues on the different things they were trying. I might have a look around, but maybe I can figure this out on my own. Position and direction. Okay. Let's have a crack at the puzzle. Okay. 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 Um, okay, cool. It was the triangles. I thought that's what it was. Well done, darling. I knew you'd get there in the end. In the end, that was my first try. Skate leads outside. Should we take a quick swim out there? There could be something useful to find. You're right, it warns investigation. Lead the way, Hunter. Oh, fuck. Gah. Talk about a tight fit. Even my serpentine form had difficulty navigating a passage that narrow. I doubt that crab would follow us out here. There's no way she'd fit through that opening. Did you hear something? No, darling. It might have just been my imagination. I always feel unnerved in the caves down here. It's a mutual feeling, but at least there's some visibility here. There's a faint green glow on the cave floor. Oh, I think I know where we are. This is the Spooky Nightmares cave near Central Distribution. I left some coral here to help lighting my way. Although I don't think I came this far in, the ocean currents must have washed it in. There's a lump of coral here, and you did say you were exploring caves near Atlantis. I'm pretty sure we can use these caves to get back to Axon City. We're not that far from the entrance. We can't leave yet, darling. We've got the Ascarian wandering around Atlantis searching for cataclysmic doomsday weapons. Speaking of which, we should probably head back, but it's good to know we've secured a potential escape route. Just give me a minute. It never hurts to get a good look around. Okay, so the monster lady isn't here this time. What's bugging me about this place? You're not the only one unnerved by the horrific nightmare of the caves, Hunter. I've been avoiding the bite for thousands of years for a reason. No, not the spookiness. There's something. There, what's that shiny thing? Oh, it's a crowbar. A crowbar? Why would that be left in the middle of a cave? Garbians have been trying to get into Atlantis for centuries. The crowbar isn't going to do much with the seal active, but someone made a solid effort. Is that why the tunnel is so narrow? Scarian literally carved it into the rock? It's not a bad hypothesis. Let's take this crowbar with us. I'm confident I can find a use for it. Hmm. Phew. I almost had a heart attack for a minute there. The seal to the inner city is still as strong as ever. Dot dot dot. It's not surprising our best architect designed this puzzle. It's not an easy door to get open. 5. What was that, darling? 5 is the answer to the riddle on the vault door. How did you... That's not the answer, is it? There's no way you could have solved it this quickly. A simple algebra tab, assuming the dash represents 0 and the squiggly line represents the smallest possible integer, 4 shellfish plus 5 jellyfish equals 30, and 10 jellyfish minus 12 shellfish plus 40 equals 0. What? Hold on, did I read that wrong? I think I did. 4 shellfish plus 5 jellyfish equals 30. And 10 jellyfish minus 12 shells plus 40 equals 0. Okay, so they're just using a bunch of random bullshit. For a second I was about to be like, hold on, does this algebra make sense? Because I love math, but this isn't math. I could probably figure this out if I actually tried, but I don't want to. He's explaining it anyway. revert to the shells as x and jellyfish as y, then 4x times 5y equals 30, and 10y minus 12x plus 40 equals 0. We can quickly work out that 5y equals 30 minus 4x, and we can substitute that into the second equation, where 2 times 30 minus 4, 2 times 30 times minus 2 times 4x minus 12x plus 40 equals 0. Therefore, 20x equals 100, which means the shells are 5. We don't have to solve the value for jellyfish, but we can quickly work out they are equal to 2. If I put 5 lines in on this tablet, I am 100% confident the vault will open. Bloody hell, I never took you for a math whiz, Hunter. You don't need to be a math whiz to work this out. Tabitha, it's incredibly straightforward. Why was this chosen as an impossible riddle to seal off the inner city? It's not that hard. Not everyone can work out equations like this, and the Sicarians are driven by impulse rather than logic. They won't be able to get through this door. Oh shit, were the Sicarians made by the Atlanteans? Also, Tabitha's from Atlantis. I don't know how Hunter didn't pick up on this. Yes, they will. They can just keep adding lines onto the board until they brute force their way through the door. See, that's where the additional security measure comes on. After 3 wrong attempts, the door seals itself off. You can't make any more guesses for another 24 hours. That doesn't matter. The answer is 5. They'll be able to open the door on the 2nd day. It's not exactly a massive wait to get your hands on a world-ending technology. Sicarian is going to look at this door and figure out the solution in under 5 minutes. This is quite possibly the worst ancient riddle I've ever seen. It does seem rather simple now that you've broken down the steps to explain it. Sicarian probably could work out that given enough time. Hold up, I'll add one squiggly line to the tablet and press this green symbol. I'm guessing that's submit. Don't play with that, Hunter. You might open the door by mistake. The answer isn't 1, Tabitha, it's 5. This isn't going to open the door. There we go. The buttons aren't doing anything anymore. The door is locked down for 24 hours. Oh, good thinking, Hunter. Now that Sicarian can't open the inner city. This has bought us some time, and we can worry about that frustratingly easy puzzle later. Right now, we need to focus on the rampaging crab girl that's trying to kill us. Okay. I will not clown on Hunter for this one. That was genuinely pretty smart. Alright? I don't think anybody else would have figured that out, mostly just because they wouldn't have seen it as an equation. I definitely, when I first heard it, didn't initially assume it would have been an algebra equation. At first I was like, oh, so I just have to give you the total number of all the things? Yeah, no, it does make sense that this would be an equation. I didn't clock that immediately. I'll give that one to Hunter. However, actually, no, I'm not even going to point this one out. I'm going to give you another piece of... Oh! Oh, fuck you. Latched Up Games, y'all got me. That was good. Holy shit. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna save real quick, because I want to see what happens. Anyway, I give a lot of props to Hunter for this one, because, the idea of, oh, well, let's just lock up the door for an additional 24 hours is a good idea. Okay, I don't know how long we have to wait, but we're going to do it. I wonder if any interactions... Easy enough as is. Why are there even hints in the first place? It's supposed to be stopped from getting into the vault, not gently nudging them in the right direction. Quest for worlds and their world. Ugh. This is ridiculous. Hang on. These notes aren't to do with the outside. It looks like it's to do with something on the other seal. About the east gate. I already opened that seal. These notes are of no use to me now. I'll just leave them where they are. How you doing? You You like jazz? I'm gonna be honest. After this, after we see what this jump scare thing is, I'm probably gonna leave the video here because I just ran out of tea. So no more talking for me. Um, ooh, I saw it flicker for a little bit. I don't know if the timer completely reset when I looked at something or when I talked to Tabitha again, but we are just gonna wait for it. Hmm. I want to get this video out by tomorrow, and then I want to record tomorrow as well. There it is. Jump scare! What the? That. She's charging up a spell. Take cover. You're not seriously considering blocking the laser with the rest of your shield, are you? This isn't gonna work, is it? Here it comes. Get out of the way. Holy. Ah! That. Incoming laser blast. Take cover. Let's try talking to it. Hello. I know we might be scary, but violence isn't the... She's not listening, Hunter. Okay, cool. Well, I think that pretty handily sums up how most of the fights as Hunter would go. Did I? Yeah, I saved that. Alright. Well, thank you guys for watching. It's been a great video. If this didn't record, I'm gonna do some things to somebody, alright? I don't know what. This is gonna be mean. Y'all have a good evening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Oh, that's the wrong button. Okay, oh, yeah. Bye.